welcome you here today to honor the veterans of all wars and all branches of the service. This district has over 1,464 veterans. 6 of them have RSVP today that receive their certificate, and we're going to make sure we acknowledge them, not just them, but everybody. Our MC for today is going to be Jason Mayhill, and so I'm going to let him go ahead and take over from now.
Welcome everybody. I just want to say it's an honor to be here today. Just join me, if everybody could please stand and join me in the presentation of colors by the Nellis Air Force Base on Join me in welcoming Otis Himbre, a carrier out of Silverado, who's going to sing to us the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Colors, birds, arms. Please join me in welcoming Jimmy Wilbur, Senior Plant Manager for the Nevada Sierra District.
Good afternoon, all. Along with you, I'd like to welcome everyone here this afternoon for this time of recognition for our veterans. Last year, when I was here and had the opportunity to express my personal gratitude to the veterans and to their families, I shared that having been born in 1957, I was among a very small segment of the population of males who never had to register for the draft because of the laws that were on the books when I turned 18. I would like to share a little something new this year, sort of the rest of the story about my birth being in 1957. In 1957, in October, I was born in Nuremberg, Germany, on an Army hospital base. My father was Thomas White, an Army paratrooper who'd served in Korea, and at that time was stationed in Germany. He was my biological father. My mother and he divorced when I was less than a year old, and my mother came back to the United States to Topeka, Kansas. There she met an Air Force man whose name was Frank Delisle. They were married. When I was about 6 years old, they divorced. When I was about 9 years old, my mother married again. This man was a Navy veteran. He had served 4 years in the Navy. So by the time I was 9 years old, I had been a part of the Army the Air Force and the Navy. Sorry about the other two branches, I can't join you. But so while I never served, I have a very vivid connection. So I had a biological father, a stepfather, and my name was Jimmy White, by the way, in 1957. My father that married my mother when I was 9 adopted the 3 of us and 3 children, and so my name is Jimmy Wolf now. But so I had connection to 3 different veterans. And so, you know, what I would like to say is that I grew up with great respect for those who serve, and it's upon their service and upon your service that our freedoms and our way of life as Americans are built. Somewhere around 30% of the employees in this district are actually veterans, and that's fantastic. You know, one of the things that tells me, though, is that we cannot accomplish our daily mission here in Nevada Sierra of collecting, processing, and delivering the mail, of keeping that communication going for this district and for the entire nation without our veterans. So first of all, we want to say thank you for the outstanding job you do day in and day out as postal employees moving the mail. Could not do it without you. But the real point of gathering here today is to honor and recognize you as veterans for your service to our country, for your willingness to put your lives on the line and to protect and defend the United States of America, her citizens, and the principles for which she stands. Among those are liberty, equal opportunity, democracy, justice for all. Every man and woman who has served in the armed forces, whether they serve in times of peace or in times of conflict, you've contributed to the continuation of these lofty ideals in the United States and around the world. If you're a veteran here with us today, we thank God that you completed your service without having to sacrifice your life. Many did. However, many of you do suffer from injuries, from disabilities that you did incur while you were in the service. And we honor you also for that sacrifice. Today we honor all those who served and sacrificed in years past and are currently serving. And finally, we want to honor the families of those who are currently serving and of those who served in the past. We recognize also your sacrifice while you waited and prayed for those that served in the past, and for those of you who currently have loved ones and friends serving. We join with you now as you wait and pray for their safe return. Whether they're serving in areas of conflict or in areas of peace, we join with you in waiting for their safe return. What I'd like to do now, before we present the certificates, is to join together for just 30 seconds of silence to remember and honor all of our current and past veterans. And during this time, remember the sacrifice that each of these paid. In a larger context, remember the price that all of our nation's veterans have paid over the years, with thousands upon thousands suffering serious injury for giving up their very lives so that we can be here today enjoying the freedoms that we do, the way of life that we do. Please join me now for this 30 seconds of silence to honor them. An awesome place to be here. The names of these Vietnam veterans and other deceased veterans in this community, and the sense of the sacrifice and the service that they gave. In closing, I just want to give one final thank you to each and every one of you here who are veterans, your families, for those of you that are family members of veterans who are currently serving. I join with you in hoping and praying for their safe and soon return, and ask that all of you would spend some time during this coming week and this coming Christmas season to consider those folks and to pray for them. Finally, one final thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every brave man and woman who served honorably in our armed services. Thank you for being here today, and we're going to have Jason come back out and present the certificates.
started, what we're gonna be doing is calling up names by branch of service to come up and have your picture taken with Jewel and Jimmy. And before we get started, I just want to say, can we just have a round of applause for Pat Miner, Maggie Lara, Julie Impey, and Ethelene Mejia for getting this thing. All right, first name, we're not sure what branch he was in. Edo Bazan. All right, we're going to start out with the United States Marine Corps. First individual, Tyrone Barfield. You're here? Curtis Belt. Harold Calloway. Gregory Cost. Kevin Martin. Kente Mitchell. Wes Swarzek. Not on the list, but I see he's here, Mr. Richard Griffin. All right, United States Army, Maipu Apamasaga.
The ticket. Ticket. This one. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Johnny Lee Anderson. Raul Capitulo.
Gotcha.
Eddie Davis. Albert John Dalton. Here he comes. Alicia Dominguez. Gonzalez, Dorsey Jones, Danny Hernandez, Heather Crum, Fernando Lopez, Jason McMahill. Dimas Ramos. Terry Schmidt.